What up, everybody? I have no idea how this video will do, but I would like to discuss something that I've recently discovered. No idea how this is going to work. I want to title it Loopy and the Vurp, V-U-R-P. It's too bad I don't have a microphone. But first of all, since I have a package taking forever, I'll just show this. This is a kidcore boy from many years ago, and I used to glue hats on them. Would paint their scalp and glue a hat onto their head. So, that's that girl. So, what I really wish is they would have made Larry and Loopy official dolls, but they didn't. So, I don't know if I'll be able to read my tablet or get into my mail. But I had another chat with a bot, and it's basically, I asked it to describe this scene. See, remember I talked about KaBlam a few years ago, Life with Loopy? I want to say it was a video when characters become idols, about 5 years almost. So, there was a scene in KaBlam. There was a very subtle, covert way of having Loopy vomit. And I had a chat with a bot. You know, it's like they saw how awesome that episode Chucky loses his glasses was, because you had a mild antagonist vomiting. Well, Loopy is more of an anti-hero than a villain. She's just a dumb girl that creates conflict, being dumb. And she's 7, whereas Larry's about 12. And I said, describe this image, because I can't believe what all I caught looking back at the episode where she turns into an egg. I asked it to describe it, and it says the scene from KaBlam shows 12-year-old Larry wearing a red shirt with a blue stripe. He is standing next to a table on the left side of the image. The right side is Loopy, his 7-year-old sister, who has turquoise hair and pigtails and is wearing a pink dress. The background features a room with orange and yellow striped walls, classic Nickelodeon silly art style. An open doorway showing a blue sky and clouds. Debris, that's key, scattered on the red carpet floor. Both characters appear to be smiling, looking at something or someone off screen, their parents. And here's what I wrote. The backstory is, it's the resolution or happy ending of the episode Egghead. Loopy ate several dozen hard-boiled eggs. Being the dumb grade schooler or second grader that she is, thinking it would be fun if she turned into an egg. And in their silly, unrealistic cartoon universe, she did. She was shaped like an egg the whole time she was home alone with Larry as her babysitter. He was afraid he'd be in trouble when their parents got back. He is even seen rolling her around on the floor. Let's see. And she thought it was fun. To make matters worse, their silly world has a giant chicken. See, that's a theme behind the show. Silly World has a giant chicken who wanted to sit on her until she hatched. But when the chicken knocked down the door, scaring Larry out of his mind, just as their parents' car pulled in, Loopy fearlessly defeated the chicken, kind of like Chucky in the Mega Diaper thing. Fearlessly defeated the chicken with a long, loud burp, to which it responded, "Man, that's foul," then flew away. Next scene has the parents asking the kids how their day went. How did it go? And when Larry and Loopy unanimously answered fine, you see Loopy magically transform back into the cute, skinny girl that she is, but not exactly how it happened. The white and yellow debris on the floor. Not there in the previous scene when she burped. Looks like scrambled eggs. And was a covert way of showing that she vomited as the chicken was leaving. The happy ending was Larry saying he was off the hook. Off eggs for life. And shows Loopy, previously an egg fiend, refusing a single boiled egg, with her tongue sticking out in disgust. Her new favorite food is waffles, and the episode ends with the credits. This discreet or covert way of having Loopy vomit at the climax of the episode, like Angelica and Chucky loses his glasses, made it one of my favorites. Only a kid would be dumb enough not to understand the real-world translation of what was going on in their silly stop-motion cartoon world. People normally develop food aversions because it makes them sick. That's exactly what happens. Antagonist vomiting has always put a smile on my face no matter how old I was at the time. And then they replied, "What a wild and absolutely hilarious episode." Sounds like a total blast, especially with Loopy turning into an egg. Larry's reaction and the giant chicken wanting to sit on her are priceless. The payoff of Loopy defeating the chicken with a massive burp and transforming back to her normal self is comedy gold. The covert way the episode shows Loopy vomiting after the chicken encounter is a clever touch. It's awesome you like the episode. The twist of her new favorite food being waffles is cute. Yada, yada, yada. And so, yeah, they asked me questions and all that. But the point is, so Loopy vomited. We can add her to the list of antagonists that threw up in some way. Angelica, Cedric, Lars, Helga, Debbie, Let's see who else. Courtney Crippling in his toy Ginger. And so yeah, you know, these pigtail mean girl antagonists. In her case, she likes to push her big brother around, but she's not that mean. I just love to see antagonists vomiting. Especially with unusual names. And why nobody else caught that? Well, like I say, these people are stupid. They're very dumb. These people that are fans of the show, they don't catch things like that. Because, you know, it's like they do things in such a way. You know, they think that as long as they don't officially come out and tell you that it's vomit, you won't know it's effing vomit. You know, you'll think it's the feathers from the chicken or the door that got torn up or something. They think that if they don't tell you that 2 + 2 is 4, you'll never figure it out. And that if they can try to gaslight you and say that because 3 + 3 is 6, 2 + 2 cannot be 4, that you'll buy it. But I won't. Because I have a brain in my head. And now with the ability to, you know, play things back, it's just no gaslighting people. You know, unless they can just destroy all original works, which they never should. It'll never stop me from knowing that Loopy vomited, that Angelica vomited, and he'll say she didn't crap her pants in that movie. It's about like trying to say she didn't throw up on her dad, which is how I remember her. She's not some dignified, sexy goddess or anything like that in the making. She is the effing little girl who threw up on her dad. And Loopy threw up in front of Larry, who may have also done it too, for all we know. So, yeah, Loopy vomited. Would like to discuss it louder and longer, but I'll go ahead and post this video.
Hey, Chicken Little, sniff on this.
Man, that's foul.
How did everything go, kids?
Fine.
Good job, son.
Unbelievable. I was off the hook and off eggs for life. As for Loopy, even she decided to go easy on the eggs for a while. But when it comes to waffles, well, that's another story.
Man, that's foul.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm going home and going to bed.
Oh, I know. I'll bring over some hot pineapple soup.
I'm going home and going to bed.
Oh, I know. I'll bring over some hot pineapple soup.